Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. I'm here to do a review on the Darton 3914. This one's in target colours, which is a red. It's a red anodised finish. It comes in camo also, which is a film dip finish. Bit about Darton. Darton is one of the oldest bow manufacturers in existence. And I suppose you could argue Hoyt's been around a long time and so has PSC. I think Darton's been around longer or around the same sort of time frame. So you're talking 1970s, they made a compound bow. So one of the first compound bows made was from a Darton. And someone will say, oh, I was first, but they were one of the first. In fact, my first bow I owned was a Darton. I owned a Darton Trail Master with hanger brackets back in the day, and cool little bow. I mean, obviously today it's nothing like these sorts of things. These things are awesome. But of late, Darton has kind of, faded away, I suppose. Like they still make bows, but they're not. The big bow companies have really taken over. They market a lot, they pay shooters. I mean, Levi Morgan just moved from Matthews to Elite. It takes a lot of business. Matthews, Darton don't pay people. Well, they might. I just don't know of anyone they pay. And if they do, they shouldn't, because they're obviously not making the impact they should be making. So they don't pay people, but they make a quality product. The owner of Darton, Rex Darrington, designed a lot of the top cams you see today on the market. He designed the binary cam system, which is used by Bowtech, which he obviously uses in this model here. In fact, which he uses, has a yoke system either side of here to balance it, to stop cam lean. He's got a yoke here. He also designed the hybrid cam system, which is what's used by Hoyt. So they've got quite a few patents which people pay for. They're not a backwater company that you've never heard of that's been popped up overnight and will not be here in 5 years. This company has been around forever. The designs, the stuff they come up with is clever. They just don't spend the $100,000 to have a staff shooter shoot their product. So you'll buy it because Freddie Mercury is shooting a Darton. Whether that's right or wrong, that's their motto and it's what they've done. So, quick bit about the 3915. This is an anodised finish. It's quite shiny. It's a dull red, almost a bit pinky. The camo's nice. The Darton, if you've owned a Darton, the grip still feels the same today. They haven't changed their grip. It's more angled. You'll see a lot of the bows go straight more up and down. This is quite comfortable to hold. It's more natural. The Darton comes with two grips. This is a plastic grip on either side, or it comes with a rubberized grip. And if you own a Darton, you'll be very familiar with it because it hasn't changed over about 20 or 30 years. Same hand grip they always used. The plastic's new here to create more streamlined, but it feels the same as it always has. Quick bit of specs about this bow. This bow's very fast. It's 350 feet per second, so one of the fastest bows made. Draw length is adjusted through modules. You've got to detach the modules. It's got 3 screws, there, and there. You don't need a bow press. Take off the module, fit a new module. The problem is, if you order this bow 29 inches, it'll come with 29-inch modules, but if you go, oh, I want 29.5, you've got to ring me up and order some 29.5-inch modules. And that's a pain. As opposed to a rotating module system, which you go, oh, I'd like to try 29.5, you just rotate it and you're in business. It's better than a 29-inch cam you can't adjust, because then you've got to buy whole new cams, which are more expensive, but not as good as a rotating module system. To change the poundage on this bow, obviously same as most bows, but it's got a locking screw here on the side. You've got to loosen off as well. Compression limbs, which you'll see very, very much on the market today. I'm going to say brought out by PSE with their first bows. It puts more tension on the strings and cables, reduces shock and tension. Like overall, this is a nice bow. It feels nice in the hand. It's nice and light. I'm going to say, I don't have scales here, and I don't have the specs for this bow, but it feels like about a 3.7, 3.8 pound bow. It is very light. Like to hold that bow out is easy. There's just nothing. The balance of the bow, I'm going to step back a bit so you can see that my hand's open. The bow just sits there. It doesn't move. The cable guard is curved here. So as you draw back the bow, the tension on these cables is reduced, so it reduces the chance of the cams leading. It's got a limb saver, quad suppressors on the limbs here to stop vibration. It's a nice, solid bow to shoot. It's fast. Like everything's machined. The pockets here are machined. This is machined. The machining is. So when you machine a bow, you run it through the first one, you get rid of most of the metal, and you run it through. And with a cheap machining job, which means it's done quickly, and they're saving time and money, you'll see machining lines in the riser where they've run through a thing. The more times they machine it and the finer bits they use, the smoother it'll look. This bow is smooth. On the inside of these pockets in here, you can see the machining lines. You can see slight lines, but the machining is pretty much as good as I've ever seen. And you know it's machine, not cast, because you can see the machining lines. The cams, machining wise, are pretty much perfect. There's lines on the edge of the cam to tell you bow's in time. The other thing about Darton, I don't know why they do it. And I'm the Darton distributor. They get shipped with shipping modules, which I'm going to actually shoot with because I don't see the problem with it. These plastic shipping modules, and when you get the bow, it comes with actual modules, which are made out of steel, and the shipping ones. I don't know why you don't just fit the metal modules for shipping, but they don't. They fit the plastic ones, and you've got to fit the metal ones. But just bear that in mind if you buy one of these bows. It will come with plastic modules, and they're fine to shoot. I'm going to shoot it. But you should fit the metal module. Years and years ago, which tells you how long I've been in the sport, bow companies used to release with their bows a whole pack of plastic modules so you can adjust the draw length. And then people said, oh, we like metal modules. And metal's obviously a lot more expensive. So with the plastic modules, they used to give them away. Like a complete set with the bow, but when they went to metal modules, you get the one. So I understand why you do it because people would complain, but as a seller, I like the plastic modules because one bow's fitted everybody, but as a purchaser, you probably like the fact that you've got a metal module on there, but it's nice to be able to change it to try a different draw length. We'll have a shot with this bow. This bow shoots great. Okay. One of the best bows got shot. Okay. And I don't know why I'm not shooting it, because I should be. Because I own a lot of bows, and this is honestly one of the best bows you'll ever shoot. But we'll have a shot with this bow, and I should be shooting this bow regularly, but I haven't. So the grip's nice, the hand grip's nice, the balance of the bow, it just feels ultra light. I'm going to stand back a bit. So we're going to draw this bow back, and it's solid. Oh, and then you hit the valley, and it's like, oh my God, that's so nice. And once you're back here, the cams are perfectly lined up. There's no cam lean, and you feel like you could hold it all day. Now, when you shoot that shot, it's a fast bow. You know it's a full fast bow because as you draw it back, it's solid the entire way. And when you get over that valley, it's nice. Like, you don't want to let it down. It is so comfortable at full draw. It's like, I don't know why it's comfortable, but it doesn't have limb stops that a lot of the bows have. It just uses the cable to stop the thing. But to me, it feels solid, and we'll just test that. that was actually the first shot I've ever had with this bow. So, the action you saw from me is real. Never been shot before. I mean, I've shot them before at the ATA show. So, just draw this back. Now get it over. It's really nice once you get back. The bow doesn't want to talk in my hand. Like everything just feels perfect when I'm back here. And then I shoot. Now, the balance is good. When it goes off, it will move forward in my hand and then it goes back to its natural sitting position. So I do feel a little bit of shock in the riser. There's no shock after the shot, so it doesn't sit there and vibrate like some bows do. It's pretty good. Like, in overall bows, is it one of the best bows made? Absolutely. It doesn't have a rotating module, so downside. To me, I don't feel the need for a solid wall there. It feels really solid back there. I don't feel like I want to creep. I don't feel like I want to go backwards and forwards because the valley is so distinctive. You're getting over the peak and that drops in. It just kind of sits there. Some bows, they kind of want to jump out of your hand when you let off your back tension. This just feels really nice. I'll just have one more shot. The grip on this bow, I really, really like. It's just one of the most comfortable grips ever made. In fact, a lot of my best scores I shot was with a Darton. I shot, and there've been no reason why I couldn't shoot a good score with this bow. I've shot records with Dartons, and this bow is awesome. So it's solid, and then I get back. Now I'm going to let it down. Oh, okay. So the valley. So you get over that thing, and the valley is just bang. It's like. So then you kind of want to let it down, and I'll often do this in a review. What happens? And you saw me as I let it down. I was like, 60 pounds. So, but it doesn't want to creep forward in my hand because I think it's an 85% let off, and it just is just easy to have it back there. I'll just have one more last shot. It's pretty good. As a bow, 350 feet per second. The number of bows who shoot 350, and Darton used to have the speed record for bows, okay? And back all those years ago, Darton would always say people lie about their speeds, and they did. We used to chronograph bows, and they'd claim a certain speed, and they'd shoot another speed, and Darton was always spot on. So when Darton say this bow shoots 350, I believe it. And the draw cycle, there's not much of a valley. There's a lot of poundage there, and I'm feeling it as I'm drawing it back. But when I get back there, it's comfortable. The string just feels great. It's a nice bow. And when you shoot the shot, you shot the shot, and it feels good. It's a nice bow to shoot. It's very enjoyable. Now, the downside of this bow. When you buy a PSE of Matthews, a lot of the brands, they have specific accessories made for their bows that bolt on, set ways, like two-piece quiver, which bolt on. Darton do have facilities for a two-piece quiver on their bow, but I'm not sure they still make a two-piece quiver. So you've got to get another quiver by another company for their product. So to me, that's the downside of Darton. I think the overall bow itself is great. It's a nice product. But when you're putting together a package, it's nice to have matching camo, the sight the same camo, or the arrows the same colour, or a quiver that locks on to the bow in a set way so it won't come loose. Now that wouldn't stop me from buying this if I was a hunter or a target archer, because if I was a hunter, I'd generally shoot with my arrows on my hip because I don't want the weight in the bow, and I don't want to add weight and affect the balance of the bow. There's so many good sights, there's so many good arrow rests on the market that you tend to use one of those. Like you use a QAD RRS, you'll use a Whisker Biscuit, you'll use some sort of sight. So you don't need it. It's just nice when the company offers a complete range of products. But as a product, as a bow, this is awesome. Like a great, great bow. And the grip is more comfortable to shoot. So the people I've sold Dartons to over the years, and I've sold a lot of Dartons, still shoot them. And I've sold Dartons to a lot of people who've been shooting for a lot of years and they still shoot Darton. So, and that's because they like them. They like the feel of the grip, they like the way it shoots, and they're not buying it because it's the in thing, because, you know, the top shooter in the world shoots it. They buy it because they like the way it shoots. They like the way it feels. They like the vibe. They like everything about the bow. Okay? And that's the story with Darton. Darton is not a company about, you know, winning a world championship. I can see no reason why you couldn't win a world championship with a Darton. You just have to pay the guy $100,000 to do it. So it's about the product, and the product is a good product. Now this bow sells for about $1,000, so it's equivalent to all the top of the range products. And it's pretty equivalent in quality. I don't see any downside over this to a PSE, to a Matthews. It's cheaper than a Hoyt, and there is no Hoyt that shoots 350 feet per second. And, you know, the grip doesn't feel like this on a Hoyt. So, to me, your competition of this bow, if you're looking at bows 350, there's only a few bows which shoot 350 feet per second. The PSE DNA, which is its competitor, similar limb system, similar riser. So you're comparing PSE to a Darton. The grip is different, so, you know, it's very comfortable. But check it out. I really like it. It's a great bow. I should be shooting one. I should be shooting this one. I actually bought this one for myself to shoot 3D target with. I just haven't been shooting enough lately because I've been moving shop. But once we've finished the move and we're almost there, and I'll be able to show you the shop pretty soon, this will be getting set up, and I'll put a rest on it, and I'll be hopefully shoot some tournaments with it, and hopefully win some tournaments with it. I don't know how well I'll shoot anymore, but in the day, basically, when I used to shoot in my state, everyone shot a Darton, and everyone won with a Darton. So it was accepted that you had a Darton. Since I haven't been shooting much because of family commitments and that, I haven't had that influence, but it's a great product, so check it out, and I will be shooting one again. Thank you. Bye.